webinars as a part of a mega webinar series which was started on
Sir, you are not audible or I am unable to listen you. ढोले मॅडम, माझा आवाज येतो का? सरांचा मला येत नाही, काही लक्षात येत नाही.
हो सर, सरांचाच आपल्याला येत नाही.
मग तुम्ही परिचय देऊन सुरू करा, रेंजचा प्रश्न असतो.
ओके सर. A very good evening to one and all. You are welcome to this grand national and international webinar series organized by Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa. Firstly, I would like to thank respected principal and chief organizer Dr. Bedkar MM for giving me an opportunity to introduce a resource person on this virtual platform. My special thanks goes to all the respected organizing committee members, IQAC coordinator and staff members, and a big thanks to all the respected participants who are joining very regularly from all over India and abroad, and they are making this series a very successful series. So it's my pleasure I am here to introduce today's keynote speaker. Today's keynote speaker is Honorable Nisha Sahu, Indian Institute of Management, Indore. Title of speech is Digital Supply Chain Management. Her qualification is BE in Mechanical and ME in Industrial Engineering and Management. Presently, she is working as Academic Associate at Indian Institute of Management, Indore. She also worked in Jawaharlal Nehru College of Technology, Rewa, as a contract faculty. She published a number of papers on different levels, that is on national and international levels also. So with this introduction, I would like to request today's keynote speaker, Honorable Nisha ma'am, please start your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. And I am good evening to all of you. All of you or not?
Yes, madam. Yes,
madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello. My topic is digital supply chain management, and I am here to present this topic to you. And this is the introduction. This is the outline of my speech here. First will be the introduction. What is the traditional supply chain management, and what will be the digital supply chain management, and what are the optimization techniques which will use in digital supply chain management, and how to manage the inventory by using technologies and advantages of supply chain, and the future scope of these type of technologies. Let's come to the introduction. Firstly, I want to introduce what will be the supply chain. As we all know, what product we are using. We buy from a shop, and then this comes from the retailer shop. That retailer goes to the distributor, and manufacturer will manufacture, and this manufacturing company will bring these type of raw materials from the supplier. And in this supply chain, this is the our supply chain network, which we are using from very years, and you can see this product information and finances. These type of terminologies flow from here to here also. This was introduction part, and as we can see the let's say a example for the apple juice or apple tomato ketchup like this, we can understand from this figure, like if we order, the farmer comes to the apple picks from the farmer, and then comes to the loaded plant, and then it comes to the manufacturing plant, then it will process there and package to food, deliver to the warehouse, and their warehouse management system will loaded and loaded activity there will be performed, and then it comes to the supermarket where we purchase this product buying and comes to our home. This is the traditional supply chain network. And in the supply chain, this is the process view of supply chain. Here two types of supply chain. One is the push system and another is the pull system. In the push system, we can say like a grocery shop. We are using these type of things on a daily basis, and we are not give a order like we have to do. We have want this type of things and all. And in the pull system, like a local coffee shop, we order one coffee and they prepare for us. And in the pull system, we can say that this is a customized production. What customer order, they will deliver that product only. And in push system, they manage higher inventory. And if you go to the shop and you purchase that product, there is not a customized type of things. That's why they have to manage the higher inventory for satisfying the customer needs. And in the full system, they have to manage only limited type of things. And if customer will order, then they will manufacture that one. Let's say one example of I have taken the food supply chain example for elaborating as an example. And in this food supply chain, this product comes from the farmer, and this is the manufacturing plant. We will manufacture this supply, we can say a tomato ketchup. We can take an example of tomato ketchup. We supply from the farm. We can take a farm and then we will manufacture that tomatoes in the manufacturing plant. Then it will go to the packaging farm.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Sorry? Hello? Am I audible? Hello? Sir?
You are audible, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. You can see there manufacturing and then packaging forms and then transportation. In the digital supply chain, we can say we can use optimization techniques here. We will digitize all the process and use the digital technologies which we are using nowadays, as we order on a mobile and then it comes to the online shopping sites, and they will deliver the product. This is the tracking system and all. This is the traditional supply chain, and then it will perform the digital supply chain by using the sensors and all. Let's come to the digital supply chain digital supply chain. In this digital supply chain, companies will collect all the data which we are putting on our mobile or computer or laptops or tablets. We are ordering something. We will order something, then they will capture our data, what we have ordered in particular day or a week. They will collect this information and then analyze and then integrate with the use of softwares and interpret high quality. And in this competitive environment, they will form up-to-date data, because they have to up-to-date what customer wants in these time, and this data will be used in future. Like they will build forecasting. What will customer want in next month or next week? They can predict the data by using the forecasting techniques with the help of softwares and all. And this will replace like robotics. If we use robots in the manufacturing plant, like in these days automobile companies are performing various operations with the use of robotics, then this will called transportation with the help of robotics. This is the in place of man-made or something. This will form a shortage of labor if occur in the company. This will help in the company. And then comes to the integrating digital technologies in the supply chain creates various type of opportunities in the upcoming future. Then many workers will involve in these technologies, and they will perform what will the machine will do. Machine will not do on by own. They have to operate. And then comes to the digital technology will companies to improve planning and decision making. And when data interact with the technologies, then it becomes more visible, usable and valuable. At this time, in the traditional supply chain, we can say what is doing by the labor or man, that is not capturing anywhere. But in the digital supply chain, we can capture the activity of the robots and what is the work doing by that. We can capture, and this will be visible to all which are involving in the supply chain. Now comes to the optimization techniques. These are our techniques for performing digital supply chain. These are the techniques like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. Next is blockchain, big data analytics, robotics, drones, cloud computing, cyber security, augmented reality. These techniques are very broad. If we read any type of things, this is purely on software type of techniques basis. These are the techniques for optimizing our supply chain. Let's suppose I am showing this agriculture supply chain. In future, how to manage like agriculture supply chain. We will allot farmer their farm and enrollment of the farmer, and this data will be captured in online site, and then we will plot geolocation. This information will be tracked by everyone will be included in the supply chain. and customer can also trace what type of product he is ordering, and that product where it comes, customer also can trace. And then crop management practices and farmers advisory services. This data will capture like in 3 months what type of crop we are growing, and in previous months what type of crop we were growing, like this type of things. And then procurement and product transfer. We will transport this type of product to the warehouse, and in here we have to manage the transport activity also with the help of tags, RFID tags we can use in the transport vehicles. And in the warehouse management we can use the smart cabinets, barcodes and robotics here also to manage the inventory in the warehouse. And then goes to the certification, what type of supply chain is using this type of certification we can give. And then comes to the traceability. We can trace all the information which is using in this supply chain. Now comes to one of the techniques on the digital supply chain, like artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing. It is the type of technique which is using by our mind, and we will form a robot to perform this type of activity. Like AI enhanced tools are being used throughout supply chains to increase efficiency. This technique will help in the worker shortage and discover better, safer ways to move goods from one point to another. And they will deliver our product also. Let's say how to include AI in supply chain. If demand forecasting is improving, warehouse supply and demand management. If we manage the data on the Excel sheet or anywhere, then we can predict the demand, and warehouse supply and demand management we can do in for our forecasting techniques. And this AI is optimizing our routing efficiency and delivery logistics, that we have delivered that product there, and what type of product we have to deliver in next day. This type of routing we can schedule a process on the basis of AI. And machine learning AI is improving the health and longevity of transportation vehicles also. This is adding efficiency in the traditional way. Then this will come to the revenue management. This type of things we can use in our supply chain. Second is Internet of Things. Like we can use our GPS tracking. We can track any transport vehicles at the time when we sitting at our home. Then we can track all the things. We can use RFID tags to the transport vehicles, and this type of tags we can use for our supply chain to be digitized. And next thing is barcodes. Barcodes can be used in the cabinet to manage our inventory. Which type of inventory we have ordered in previous month, or which type of inventory we have to order in the next month for fulfilling our customer demand. This can be used with the barcodes information which we are managing in our data. And smart labels, we can use smart labels for recognizing other things to the different things, and we can use the smart labels also. and with the help of location-based data, we we will integrate this type of location. Here we are managing any inventory, and with the help of sensors we can use that will sense all the things. And then comes to the inventory and warehouse management. These are the techniques which we are using in the inventory and warehouse management. Like automated here, I think automated guided vehicles. This type of vehicle can pick up product from the rack and then goes to the where it wants. Then automated guided vehicles like a transportation activity that will do. Next thing is can be used in the blockchain. Like at this time we can say it's cryptocurrency. This is the blockchain, and in the blockchain this is the block, and here one type of hash and different hash can be stored in this particular type of data, and this is called the digital currency, as we can say. It will form like a transparency in every stage of the supply chain, that supplier can view the information which will include in this block, and after that distributor can also view that which type of information you are sending. This come next to the security purpose. Security is a very broad area. We have to manage the security perspective, then that fraud not comes to the supply chain. And this will comes to the analytics part, and then customer engagement. These type of technologies like augmented reality, this is the optimization technique, like cloud computing and drones. As we can see in foreign countries, delivery of the products based on the drones, and in the cloud computing, data will be stored in the cloud space. Not we have to manage the paperwork. This will decrease our paperwork also. And next is augmented reality. This is a globe which is seen by the child on a tablet, and give a perfection at that time when he is not available at that location. He can see that type of things on their home. This is the augmented reality technology which we can use to promote our product. And now comes to the digital supply chain future stage. This will reduce our delivery hours, and this will perform our more customer demand. Predictive shipping, can be used. This is performed by the Amazon and all. Then they will predictive shipping, and if customer orders, they will ship the product at that time, and then it will form delivery order at the time. This will, if we use digital technologies, then this will be more flexible, more accurate, and more efficient. Savings in labor, and that is, and production tracking we can also use. And information about customer needs, we can say information about customer needs, what the customer wants in the future. We can predict that also with the use of digital technology. And now comes to the end. Like a supply chain which will perform to the technology which we integrate, and then we have to perform a strategy for implementing this type of technology. Thank you so much for listening to me. If any question for this, then you can ask.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving detailed speech on the digital supply chain management. After this informative topic, now the topic is open for discussion. So I would like to request participants, if they have any questions or doubts, they can put these before Honorable Ma'am. Please, participants. Is anybody having any question? Please. Good evening, ma'am. This is Badiuddin Ahmad. Subject was very interesting and very technical in nature, I suppose, because I am also teacher of management sciences, teach for a BA. But really speaking, the subject is really challenging and also very interesting, provided we have some basic knowledge actually. So how do you take up subject and important for the students of management studies? Because same subject is not being taught in commerce, because we have a combined department of commerce and management. We are teaching the subject for the MBA but not for the MCOM. So how would you see this subject's importance for commerce and management?
Sir, as we can see that supply chain is growing nowadays, then we have to taught this subject to other MBA participants also. And this is the operations which we perform in the business. Then we have to give an idea about that topic. And if they are interested to the softwares, then they can also do.
Earlier, the subject used to call operations, production and operation management. When I was a student of MBA, right back in 97 to 2000, I did my distance mode from it was called production and operation management. Those times, these new techniques were not have been followed. But in the last few years, this is artificial intelligence. You showed some techniques of blockchain, all these things. These are new inventions in the subject. I think this has not been included in most of the universities, what I have seen. So what
At
is your
this time,
suggestion?
many universities are not giving this type of courses. Only prestigious institute they are giving certification courses for this, and they will demand for the experienced also. But I think this will include in the school syllabus also in upcoming years.
Since you are representing from IIM and Indore, then Professor Kulkarni is there from HR side. Kulkarni.
Okay.
If I'm not, so I have been to Indore. I discussed same thing with him also, that the subjects are not being particular. This new concept which have been developed in recent times, so are not being taught to students. It's a big flaw from the university side. So since you are part of the IIMs only, this thing become a privileged subject, for the only premier institutions, and the state universities and some of the universities are not offering. And there is a bare need of adding this thing to the subject actually.
Yes, I thought this. I read that news. Artificial intelligence type of topic will be added in the school syllabus.
Yes,
And as we can see that new education policy comes to the picture, then these technologies will include in the school syllabus also. And when a student goes to the coding part, then they will learn these type of technologies at the school level also.
But what are the basic knowledge we require to teach this subject? Because of course I am from commerce and management, but my area is of course HR and marketing. I have not touched this subject so far because one of my colleague with a basically engineering background, he is teaching the paper. Suppose if I want to teach, how do I go upon, how do I really improve upon the subject to teach next coming years, supply chain management or operation supply chain like that?
No, it is not difficult. You have to be a practically knowledge of that, what type of supply chain which in daily basis which we are using, like food supply chain, agriculture, in the e-commerce sector. We can read a case study of the companies and we can learn. And for particular software things, we have to prefer courses for that. We have to prefer courses.
I am sir offering many diploma certificate. I am Pusikode. I am Calcutta also offers courses.
Yes, they are offering that courses. But if you are not in the practical manner, then I can't say you will be expert in this type of technology.
Yes.
You have to be practical and learn softwares also for how to manage these type technologies in that area.
Thank you so much, madam, for your good information and counseling. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your question, for your additions and suggestions. Is there anybody else? Any more question? I feel now there is not any question. Honorable ma'am has delivered a very nice lecture on the topic. And after this discussion session, I would like to invite Chief Organizer and Chairperson of this webinar series, Honorable Dr. M.M. Bedkar sir, to deliver his speech. Please sir, welcome.
Thank you, Professor Karad sir, and today's resource person, Nisha Sahu madam, and all the participants, including organizing team members, Vice Principal S.D. Misal sir, Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, IQC coordinator, both supervisors, Karanje sir, Udge sir, organizing team members, Dr. Dayanand Patwari sir, Anita Dhole madam, Dr. Anil Wadkar sir, librarian Khindlale sir. Just discussed Badruddin Ahmed sir. I am seeing on screen Tahir sir. All the participants, those who are joining here daily, and all. It was the topic related to management subject, commerce subject, and so Badruddin sir asked something what he was facing. Actually, he is very active participants. Maximum we cover the topics he discuss every day, and it was the topic related to his subject. That's why he nicely discussed today. And also the participants, including Prashant Ughade sir, and all the daily joining participants. Today's topic which we have studied, that was also new for me. What is digital supply chain management? Every day we or frequently we order few things which we need. How they manage, how they use the technology of artificial intelligence or anything. So to improve the services and to reach up to the customers, and it is day by day modifying, because few days ago it was just like courier, but now you are receiving the goods with very sure manner, perfectly on dates. So all this technique is in progress and working in the field of the or working for the customers, those who are taking or utilizing this facility. So it's very best topic for us and new topic for us. Thank you to all. Thank you to you madam, because you was meeting, so that's why we have shifted our webinar for 7 p.m. and you have joined right regular time, but our regular joining persons have received a notice of today's late webinar, but they have joined with full their interest and here received also all this knowledge. Thank you madam. Thank you for joining here with us. Thank you Badruddin Ahmed sir.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your concluding words, for your opinions, and you have been an inspiration for us, so that the organizing committee could run this webinar series very successfully. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I thank you. I also thank Honorable Nisha Sahu ma'am for a keynote speech. And though most of the participants are non-commerce and non-management, then also they have come to know about the basic things, basic information of traditional supply chain and digital supply chain management, and what are the plus points of digital supply chain management. So thank you, ma'am, on behalf of the organizing committee of webinar series. I also thank Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am for giving introduction of today's chief guest and keynote speaker. And now I request all the participants to fill feedback form so that they can have their certificates. And at the end, with the kind permission of chief organizer and chairperson of this webinar series, I declare here that today's webinar is over. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bedkar sir. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. It was very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Your delivery of lecture was fantastic. Very slow,
Thank you,
very
sir.
understandable manner. Thanks a lot, because I had apprehensions of this subject, but today I got everything very clear. Right? Not at God actually. With an iPhone I joined because I'm in my native town because my mother is not well in my native town, but still I'm attending. This was really amazing. It was good to learn from today, and I request you to share your PPTs with Bedkar sir, so that I can also go through further. Also, your details of email, I can also get you in my university for our students and for me also. Thank you so much, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I will share PPT.
Thank you, Bedkar sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I will share PPT when madam will share to me. Thank you to all.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir. I will share.
We will keep for 5 to 10 minutes this webinar open to all. You may leave and take rest because they have to fill up the feedback link by collecting here.
Okay, sir. I will. Thank you, sir.